Hello, my name is Mnini and I am in my final year of mechanical engineering. I have just completed a module in innovation and enterprise, who was led by my lecturer, James Barnum. This presentation's purpose is to be a personal module reflection video weighing up the important aspects of the module. Hope you enjoy. Innovation. Innovation is a process of translating an idea or an invention into a goods or service that creates value for which customers will pay for. I've learned after completing the module that companies like Uber are successful because they recognize that user-friendly platform and convenience at which the Uber is called would naturally create high demand. From lecture 1, we got the chance to listen to Zanetta, who introduced the University Business Challenge. This is where members of university around England compete against each other in a business simulation system in order to make the highest profits. I signed up for this, and so far we are in the semi-finals. We got to hear over a range of techniques from Francis Babiemi in weeks 1 and 2. The one that stood out the most was Yang Triangle. This is because when I start my business, I know the likely combination of my product. Cheap and fast, not good. Fast and good, not cheap. And good and cheap, definitely not fast. Belbin. Belbin is a tool used to separate students into groups according to strengths and weaknesses. For me, Belbin is a powerful tool as it presents your strong points, which saves you time and energy when working on areas that are not suited to the individual. For our first group assignment, we used Belbin team roles as it allowed each team member to see their own strengths and weaknesses. This made work allocation much easier and improved efficiency. I did notice an improvement in work quality and speed at which this was done straight away. I was a plant, which means I work well with generating ideas. Having the guest speaker, Crispin Manson, was an essential part of developing the empathy needed to approach such an assignment. When hearing from someone who experienced a tragedy, perspective really fell into place, and we learned that demand or a service can be created in such a situation. Using the InnoWiz online resource, it was clear to see that there was a myriad of techniques that one could choose from, especially creative ones. One of the techniques that I saw was a double diamond process, and it had been mentioned by our lecturer James for good reason. This process is what I believe that every innovator has used directly or indirectly as a pathway to the delivery of ideas, products and services. I plan to follow this path after graduation in order to take the appropriate steps to success. PechaKucha presentation technique has allowed me to express points made in a concise manner. I found this effective, and I can greatly engage listeners for long periods of time if I change topic and keep it of value and simplistic. SimVenture. This allows you to see the separate business functions integrate and how they affect one another. The computer program would be an amazing starting point for someone initiating a startup who is not familiar with business terms and their processes. Reflecting on SimVenture experience, I like to think of it as a virtual business lab. The reason for this is because mistakes can be made in the program so that they are not made in real life. SimVenture is a great software that I can see myself still using in the future. For assignment 2, we had to overview an online resource called Balloon. Balloon uses the business model canvas to break down the general business model into its foundations and branches. It's like breaking down physics into astronomy, particle theory, and Newtonian laws. I believe that the business model canvas is good for startup companies, is good for small businesses looking to improve and or expand, and is a great way for these types of businesses to view estimated sales in coming months, having filled out all the fields with a certain degree of freedom, certain degree of accuracy, rather. The teamwork within the module was truly enjoyable. We were able to learn new techniques and processes in group environments. Being in a group has also taught me how I can be an effective communicator. I can see how the teamwork experience is a sort of simulation to working with others in the near future. The talk by Saida was especially useful as it brought up and covered topics such as intellectual property, patents, and even trademarks. I believe that her lecture was useful as she gave us the tools necessary to succeed in business ventures in the future. Am I ready? The answer is simply yes. Through countless techniques and simulation experience, how can one not be? In the future failure of an entrepreneur after taking this module will be a reflection on the passion they carry for innovation and not for the content of the module. As we have seen, the content suffices. Taking the hurricane assignment further, groups could have brought something to life in terms of a product. I believe it would have had a greater impact on some of the young innovators needing some motivation to take action. Generally speaking, the module was a success, as I have learned the necessary steps in every innovator needs to take. Reflection. From the first assignment that taught teamworking and communication skills to sim venture that broke businesses into their blueprints, then having guest speakers introduce themselves and their specialities made me feel, when reflecting back on the module, that innovation and enterprise is was a truly enjoyable experience. To conclude, the module has widened my horizon and appreciation for innovative methods. I can see that this module has prepared me for the pathway I must take to become a self-employed entrepreneur. Thank you, James, and all the guest speakers that took the time to present and share what they had. Thank you.